Hey Rimworlders, it is JPT back with Rimworld here at Midas, and I got a bit of news. Rather than just wallow our way through misery with just two people, a dog, and a snake, I kind of want to hit the reset button. I kind of want to start from scratch again. It's been a minute since I've played this game, and, well, I think it's time that we say goodbye to Coley, Josh, Hermes, and Fizz. I will probably still keep playing this world off camera. That way I have an off-world or off-camera world that I can kind of tinker with. Things just didn't really work out with the design that I was going for here. I've talked about that throughout the last couple of episodes. So again, I kind of want to mix things up. I kind of want to make things a little bit more challenging in different ways. This was already challenging in itself. But yeah, I think we want to go ahead and just say goodbye. So Coley, Josh, Hermes, Fizz, Godspeed, and let's move forward to another Rimworld. Well, it looks like we got ourselves 3 new survivors. Ellie, wait, that's not Ellie, that was a dumpling. Ellie, a settler. Brad, an empath. And Ronnie, the housemate. Sounds like a sitcom in the making. But yes, 3 new Rimworlders. He is 17. He is very old. He is 70, but he's got some things we might be able to use. And not the dumpling. The dog, I guess. Ellie is 49. But Dumpling is a Yorkshire Terrier of the age of 8. I guess you always start off with an animal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stuff off camera, come back, and kind of show you what I have in mind for the next colony. All right, we are back. Didn't do any, it was all paused and didn't do any building, but look how much stuff I already have mapped out. I'm doing a circular perimeter wall rather than do circular buildings. And kind of a concept that I thought of the last time around is I kind of wanted living to be on one side, kind of work to be on this side, growing on one side, and then miscellaneous, which basically in this case is going to be storage on this side. So let's zoom in a little bit. We've got some buildings that I'm going to go ahead and have them dig up. I've got all these rocks I want to get rid of. Let's see, I've got a growing zone right here, got another one. So I've got 5 growing zones. I've got a solar generator here, and I'm going to store some power. Maybe we can do solar lamps again. I'm going to put them on their own grid, so that way if it's going like zzz, 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 it's only affecting this, not the whole actual facility. Here, we're going to go ahead and try to get some geyser power at some point. This is going to be our freezer storage, so that whenever they grow stuff, they can come right up through here, store it here, and then we can cook it here and slaughter it there. Here we've got a table and some chairs. Got our steel research bench, which I really, really want to go ahead and just get out of the way as soon as possible. We've got this multi-analyzer, but it requires plasteel and gold, which we probably won't get anytime soon. We've got our bunks here, so this is kind of the building for bunks. We've got 3 extras. This is going to be our medical ward. I've got a medicine storage here, so only medicine will be stored here, so that way when people are sick, they will come down here and get fixed. These are our different rooms. So right now we've got sleeping spots until they build the beds. Ronnie, he's a guy that doesn't necessarily want a sort of crazy, frivolous, like, buku nice room. So we're going to kind of keep his dumbed down a little bit compared to Ellie and Brad's. We've got prisoner storage here, if I'm not mistaken. We'll eventually get a bed in there if we need it. Let's see here. We got our comms console, which I'm going to try to build right away, along with, let's see, trade beacons here and here. This is going to be our general storage, whereas this is going to be for like slags and chunks. So basically this stuff is going to get moved here. Going to build some defenses here. Of course, I'm going to pick this up, use that. Probably the first thing we're going to research is going to be stone cutting. That way we can get some walls out of the way. So yeah, build stone cutting tables, which allow you to refine rock chunks into stone blocks that can be used for construction. And we're going to try to get that. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on that before we even get the table built. 2 wind turbines, again with the flat out floor. You can kind of see our wall perimeter here. I'm just using this as reference, but we're going to go ahead and dig up all the rocks that are in the perimeter as well. And I think that's about it. Took me a little while to kind of think through and get it all figured out. But I've got this saved so that if things go south, we can just hit the old reset button. So rather than just talk about it, let's check out our characters here. So we've got Brad Klein. He is a medieval lording, or lordling, I guess. Glitter World empath, though. He's incapable of any violence, so he will not shoot or do melee. But look at his social. It's off the charts. When he showed up, I thought, oh, that's really, really hard to pass up. So if we get a prisoner or any other person, he could warden them, basically, to do just about anything. Plus, he's going to be a really good trader. Yeah. So on top of that, yeah, he's our own #1 warden. I don't even think these two, I mean, they're still pretty good, which is kind of a nice thing to have in mind. So we'll take a look at Ellie, Rimworld urchin colony settler. She doesn't have anything that she can't do. She's an optimist and a teetotaler, basically doesn't do drugs. So that's pretty nice, so that we won't have that problem. Ronnie, he's neurotic. Likes to have things squared away, which I like, so he's going to probably be the guy that cleans. He prefers to live in, what is that, aestheticism? Yeah, gets mood loss if he has a bedroom that's too impressive, along with Brad, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I got those two mixed together. Yeah, I got those two mixed together, although he is a night owl, so I'll have to keep that in mind. But he's also a green thumb, so he's been sort of charted as our grower. So I'm going to go ahead and check these guys out real quick before we do anything. Boomalope. These guys will basically explode. Engineered for chemicals production, the boomalope grows a large sack of volatile chemicals on its back. Though it is weak and fragile for its size, other animals have learned to avoid it because of the huge explosions it produces when it dies. That could make things interesting for us. Let's zoom out real quick, show you that we're working with a lot of rock. Lots and lots of rock. So I kind of centralized myself on this one. We've got some people that could kind of come in, but this could also help us boost up our defenses. So again, we're kind of putting ourselves in the center of the map. So with that, let's unpause and see what they do. Brad is just wandering. He's just wandering. So one of the first things I wanted to do, let's go ahead and have, yeah, Ellie's going to take this down, and we're probably going to go ahead and make steel, not steel walls, but sandstone walls. So he's actually taking the food to the storage. What is Brad doing? He's mining the slate. Good job. Maybe. Or he's taking a meal with him. He's like, wait a second. We're going to go ahead and deconstruct this steel wall, though. So I'm going to do a lot of micromanaging at the start. Just, man, Ellie's on it. I don't even know if I want Brad messing with that. Let's actually go have him go ahead and do, let's see. I don't know if I have, you can't right click on farms and have them build those. Can he work on the wood floor? I wonder if that's a thing, but yeah. Everyone's going to start moving things. Ellie's just basically a deconstructor. I want to get the floor down before I get the steel research bench going. Yeah, so he's going to go ahead and cut down the trees. Perfect. So wood floors here, concrete and others. It's going to take her a while to get this done. Not going to go too fast at the start. Oh good, it's raining. Because they do have sleeping spots and they do actually have access to food and stuff. There's a lot of food that was on this this planet. So she's eating off the floor. What's Ronnie doing? Hauling steel to general storage, which is here. Doing the good work. As a matter of fact, let's have him... I don't want to... I've got a wind turbine here. I need to put a battery here, but I don't want it to explode anytime soon. But I want him to mine limestone. Again, I want him to work on the floors. Construct that wood floor. Work on that wood floor. Hauling wood to the wood floor. Oh, wow. So he's got to come get it. Okay. Let's go see what Ronnie's doing. Hauling limestone chunk to the stone storage. Nope. Let's go ahead and have you work on this wood floor. I want to get the floor down so we can get comms going. Although I guess comms are going to need power, aren't they? Didn't really think about that. Maybe I should have flip-flopped those. Work on that wood floor. Work on that wood floor. Work it. Come on, man. I need you to be on board. No, 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 no. Construct the comms console. There we go. Brad's sleeping. Ellie's wide awake. She's going to go back to deconstructing that sandstone wall. Ronnie's going to probably be pretty tired after a while. Good, good, good. So we've got that. Work on that concrete underneath that. Work on the orbital trade beacon. Which only has 50. But he'll find it. He'll find what we need. Wait a second. Where'd it go? Yeah. Work on that orbital trade beacon. 19 out of 50. 27. Now let's let him go to sleep. Let's not be too cruel early on. Okay, let's get him to work. Work on that wood floor, would you? And then I'm going to have him construct this research. So again, who's my research? Ellie is my researcher. Oops. Construct that wood floor. Construct the wood floor. You can barely just see how they're just not filled in. I think that's going to be all of them. Yeah. So now I'm going to have him build that steel bench. Of course, this doesn't have power. That's alright. We'll get there. Ronnie's going for a walk. I'm going to have him work on that wind turbine. Brad is mining limestone. No, work on that. Good. So now we have power. Work on that power conduit. What are you doing, Ellie? Cutting the poplar tree. Poplar tree. There we go. So how much steel is Ronnie bringing? Quite a bit, actually. Construct the power conduits. Work on the wood floor. So, you know, early stages, the kind of things you're going to run into. Oh, wow. I'm going to cancel that. Oh, you can build this now. There we go. Construct the wood floor. Work on the battery. Construct the battery. Okay. So now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and tell them to build the walls. At least get some sort of roof over this thing. We're going to use wood doors. There we go. This will be our first building, because it'll be important to keep this going. So I'm going to have him work on the sandstone wall. That way this battery doesn't catch a flame. We've had that happen before. It's no fun. And I don't know if he'll actually have enough sandstone to build these walls. But that's okay. Nope. Keep going. Ronnie, what are you doing? You're sleeping. Brad, you're the night owl. You just need to keep working. You're uncomfortable. He also has cataracts. I don't know if I told you that. He's also got an old gunshot, bad back, and he's frail because he's 70. So we don't want to work him too hard, but at the same time we kind of do. We kind of do. Oh, good. Broom rat. Let's go ahead and shoot one of those. So yeah, sleeping spot for Dumpling. We put that there. So I guess Ronnie and Dumpling are kind of companions. Keep working, Ronnie. You're not off the hook yet. We can get most of this going. I'll be pretty happy. Keep going. No, it sucks. But it's gonna help us in the long run. Okay, so she's already planted this, right? Yeah, so she's planted this. She's probably gonna work on another one. This is potato. Pretty sure I'm growing rice here. Yeah, xerillium, however you say it. That's going to help us get medicine. Just sort of like herbal medicine. Looks like you'll be here for a while. Brad is suggesting that you give the colony a name. What should it be called? Let's name it Midas D. Let's try this again. Exhaustion. Oh, Brad. Okay. Well, when you're done cutting that tree down, you can go sleep. I got him back on his schedule because he's a night owl. Whoa, Ellie, you're coming out of nowhere. You're cutting that grass. There you are. Get it. Brad is eating and then hopefully going to sleep. Yeah, good deal. Where'd Ronnie go? Oh, Ronnie is cloud watching. Brad has collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Oh, gosh. He's just going to sleep on the ground. Well, his exhaustion went away. Well, get up and go to your bed. Ah, it's fine. Sleep on the ground. We don't want to kill Brad. Like, let's not kill Brad too early. I say that like I'm actually going to kill him. Don't believe that for a second. Oh, good. So now we've got some more survival meals. Oh, just one. He's hauling that wood. He's hauling all the wood. Okay. Good deal. So I'm not exactly sure how many... Yeah, 5 per wall. So I guess you tear it down and you lose one. So we're not going to have enough, but that's fine. We're just going to have them keep doing it. And I guess it keeps your plan there? Not sure. Oh, Brad is stargazing after mining for just a bit. Let's go find what Brad's doing. Stargazing. Nice. He's uncomfortable in darkness and a little pain. Slept outside, slept on the ground. So I think that's probably the next thing we're going to do. Maybe have him build those beds. It'll be okay. I do want to make sure we can get around this, so eventually I want to mark that. Watching the sunrise. Awesome. So he didn't really work that much. Oh, because he collapsed with the exhaustion. Matter of fact... Sorry, I need you to haul this stuff over. We need to make sure we get this stuff going. How are you doing? Oh, you've got plenty of rest. Cannot work on sandstone tile. Okay. We'll go ahead and work on that bed then. How are you doing? Oh, you've got plenty of rest. Build your own bed. Yeah, so he's hauling medicine to medicine storage. I actually named that. You can rename things like that. Ronnie, go ahead and construct those beds, would you? Here we go. Work on that bed. Mining limestone. Nope. I need you to haul stuff. Thank you very much. Construct that. Let's get everybody beds. Yep. Work on that. Work on that bed still. And construct. So we're going to give this one to Ronnie. He's got that. We'll just leave these unowned ones just in case we need it. That's Brad's. A mutinous captain from small town at the desert is passing by. He is named Evan Rara. Awesome. Check that out here in a second. Oops. And this is Ellie. Right on. And need materials. So why aren't they... Okay, yeah. Construct those sandstone blocks. Let's zoom out and try to find out where this guy is. There he is. Factions, I actually haven't even looked at. Small town at the desert. Cool. Outlander Town, Kevin Nielsen. I've seen that name a lot. I don't know if maybe that's somebody that's developing the game. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, we got tons of steel over here too. Very cool. He's a mutinous captain. Wonder if we could grab him. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point for this episode, depending on how I cut this up. I'd like to keep these as tight as possible. So yeah, off to a good start at Midas 2, the second time around. Just kind of getting back into Rimworld. If you enjoyed today's episode, by all means leave a like. I would appreciate that a lot. Leave those comments. Appreciate those as well. And stay tuned for the next episode. So until then, this is JPT. Go play your games, and I'll be seeing ya.